So at that time we had only one problem, and that problem was foreign exchange shortage. We were about to declare bankruptcy. That is, we are going to default on payments. We would have then been declared as a bankrupt nation by the international agencies. The reason was that when Rajiv Gandhi became Prime Minister, he liberalized imports. The original Soviet model, which came from 1950, discouraged foreign trade. But he then allowed industrialists to import. And he said that because if you take loans from abroad and then buy what you want, then you will get automatically permission to do so. So all the industrialists who had been starved of raw materials and shortages of spare parts and so many, they went and placed huge orders abroad for buying new machines, spare parts, etc., and took loans from abroad, which was the easiest to get, which is short-term loan, which became payable in 5 years. So, but the machine had a long gestation lag in producing results. So by 1990, when I became minister, the loans all became due. We never had foreign exchange reserves as a policy, because the Soviet model didn't believe in export-import, so there was no question. And there was foreign exchange rationing and so on in those days. So we suddenly found that all these loans became due for payment, and we didn't have money. And then Chandrasekhar asked me, what can we do? Anywhere you turned, they said no, condition this, condition that. So finally he told me that, we can't take a loan from abroad with conditions. You find some way. Fortunately at that time, when he told me this, I came back to my office, I found the American ambassador sitting, waiting for me. And I asked him what brings him. He said, President Bush has decided to, that is the senior Bush, decided to go to war over the Iraq, Saddam Hussein's capture of Kuwait, and we need to bring planes from Philippines. They can't fly all the way to Saudi Arabia, so therefore we would like to fuel in India. So suddenly the idea struck me. I said, how much will you pay if I permit you to make the landing? Of course, he came after Chandrasekhar told him, go and talk to me. So I had the full authorization to do or not to do. So he said, we'll give you 3 times the amount that you would charge a commercial plane for landing and refueling and so on. I told him, that's not possible, because you are asking us to change policy. We have never allowed American planes to land in a war effort. So you're asking us to make a great policy change. So you should give a little more. So he asked me, how much do you think you need? So I said, the country needs $2 billion without condition. And not from you, but from the IMF, because you don't want to take it from America. So he said, IMF, what we have got to do with the IMF? So I said, you have 87% of the voting strength in IMF. See, the IMF, the vote is not one nation, one vote, one nation. It is how much contribution you make. So America, Japan, all these put together account for 87% of the donation to the IMF. So 87% of the vote. So I said, you can use your 87%. In the history of IMF, they have never given a loan without condition. So I said, but you can make an exception. You want this plane to land, then you have to do this. Now, the American ambassador cursed me. He said, I always knew to give you an American education was the wrong thing. I said, why? He said, because you think like us. So he said, but there's only one problem. Today is Friday, and when do you want it? I said, Monday. He said, "Oh, on Friday I can do it." I said, "No, in Washington it is Thursday night, so you got the whole of Friday." On Monday morning, $2 billion arrived without condition. That's why we survived. I'm giving you this because, having been in the saddle, all problems are soluble. They have solutions in a combination of politics and economics. And that's what you need. Today